Hey, do you really want it? Want this lifestyle you've been asking God for? Do you really want this change in your life? Do you really want to see results? Do you? Well, when you gonna start putting the work in? Yeah, you gotta ask God. You can't leave God out. Yes, he's number one. You gotta add him to it. But you do know you gotta put the work in. Ain't nothing free and ain't nothing easy. You gotta put that work in. You know what I'm saying? If you really want it, you got to do it. You got to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? With the help of God, you got to make it happen. Ain't nothing in this life coming easy to you. You got to get that through your head. Stop, Damaris. Stop bouncing. Out here with these kids on the trampoline again. But you got to put that work in, man. Ain't nothing easy. You know, a lot of the times, cause see, when I first got in Christ, that's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? I ain't grow up in church, so I may not have had the 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 way of thinking like everybody else. I know I did, cause I thought that when you pray, you just get it, and that's how it sounded to me. Hearing people talk about it from the pulpit, and so-called Christians and everything. But then I come to realize that yeah, you got to have faith. You can ask for it. You know what I'm saying? You could believe that it can happen, but you still got to take some type of action towards it. Like, for example, we're gonna use a degree, for example. You can pray, God, I need this degree. You could just help me get this degree. God gonna help you get the degree, but you got to put work in. I mean, you gotta read, you gotta study. It's gonna be times where you ain't gonna be able to go out. It's gonna be times where it's just certain things you ain't gonna be able to do because of what you're trying to do. But it's okay because if you truly believe it, it will happen. You know what I'm saying? But don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. So that means if you don't put that work in, put that action in, what you think you're gonna receive out of it? Nothing. You ain't finna get nothing out of it. So, I had to realize though along my journey, instead of asking for more, but I wasn't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. Sometimes faith is just being still. Sometimes a lot of us, we move a little too much. You know what I'm saying? We be asking God for stuff, but instead of being patient and waiting on his guidance, we tend to try to do it ourselves. That's the key to it all. You going to ask, but when you ask him, you ask for his guidance along the journey. You know what I'm saying? So that means, you may face obstacles, but he gonna guide you through it. He gonna help you through it. He gonna bring you up when you down. He gonna bring you through them valleys that seem like you can't get out of it. He gonna give you the ideas. He gonna put you in places with resources and all that you couldn't get on your own. He gonna help you with that. But you gotta have faith and believe that he is who he say he is, right? You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about you trying to figure it out yourself. Nah. Doing that yourself, how has that helped you? This far, I need to clean out my garage. Y'all can see when you got kids, man, there's a lot of things you don't want to do. But you gonna have to put the work in. Put the work in. It may seem hard at first. It's gonna be unfamiliar. It's gonna feel weird because you gonna be operating in a space you ain't never been in. You gonna have to do some things that you ain't never done. And that's okay. You got to be okay with being uncomfortable. In different seasons, you gonna be uncomfortable. Remember, you asking God for this big old dream. You asking God for this new vision, this new stuff. You asking God for it, okay? Well, who much is given, much is required, right? And if much is required, that means it's gonna take much more than what you've been doing. I mean, a lot more. You see what I'm saying? And be okay with that. You gotta start being okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you gotta be okay with it. And so, reason why I'm making this video is because you've been having this vision, you've been having this plan. God may have even given you a dream, but you've been scared to take that first step. Why? I don't know. For your own specific reasons, you've been afraid. It's time out for being afraid to do what God told you to do. He told you to do it for a reason. He know that you're capable of getting your end of the bargain done. Man, he gonna take care of the rest, but you got to put the work in. You got to do what you gotta do for you. You got to. And he gonna help you along the way. Do you trust God? Is the question. Do you truly have faith in God? Do you truly believe in God? Or are you just talking? You're doing a lot of lip service, but you ain't doing no action. You ain't putting no service in. You ain't working it. Is that what you doing? Or do you truly believe that he gonna do what he say he gonna do? You ain't gotta answer that to me. You ain't gotta answer that to me. But what you do have to do is talk with God. Let God know that you trust him. Let God know that, God, I'm scared. I'm afraid. You gave me this vision. I know it comes from you, but I don't know if I can do it. Cool. Because a lot of the times, you ain't got the ability to do it by yourself. You know what I'm saying? What you can't control, you don't need God's help. You get what I'm saying? You don't. But what you can't, allow him to help you along the journey. It's that simple. It's that simple, but it's hard. We ain't gonna leave that out. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, you might have a little anxiety. Yeah, you might be anxious. Yeah, you might be a little scared. But that's why God tells us all these things. He tells us be anxious for nothing. He said, the Lord is my shepherd. He said that he will provide. He Jehovah Jireh, El Shaddai. If he is all that, like he say he is, which he is, then you don't have to fear. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be scared because it's all gonna work out anyway. It's all gonna work out anyway. But you can be scared and go and live your life the way you living it and keep on praying and ain't nothing happening and now you getting mad, you getting angry at God because it ain't working out for you. You can be like that if you want to, or you can change up your mind and start putting that work in. Start putting that work in because God can change your situation in a second. In a second. But you got to be willing to follow him. You got to be willing to follow him. You know what I'm saying? Because everything ain't gonna be easy. Like this grass. Look how this grass will grow back, man. Grass and grew back. Then the sun and the ate my little grass up, got spots and stuff like that. But you think that grass gonna cut itself? It is not. It ain't. It ain't. I got to cut the grass. Yeah, I can say, God, you know what I'm saying? I need my grass cut. Yeah. Well, what you gonna do about it? I got to pick the lawnmower up and cut it or pay somebody. I'm not finna do that because I got the ability to cut my own grass. It's cheaper. And that's just not what I do. I love being outside. I love doing what I do. So I'm gonna cut my grass. But if I don't cut it, it's gonna look crazy. I'm gonna get in trouble. There's gonna be all type of things going on. I gotta deal with my wife too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Like it's just like that. Like just do what you gotta do. Do what you need to do so that you get to where you're trying to go. You know what I'm saying? Do what you need to do. I ain't talking about doing what nobody else doing. Do what you need to do for you and your situation, and everything gonna work out. Everything gonna work out. But like I said, do you believe it? Do you trust in God? Do you have faith that it's all gonna work out for you? Do you? You ain't got to tell me. You can tell God. You can tell God. You don't have to tell me. You can tell God. Talk to God. And see what he think about your situation, what he think about your goals. And then lastly, do they align with what he got for you? That's something you don't want to face. Be real though. Be real. You know, be real. I know I ain't by myself. I know I ain't by myself. You know what I'm saying? Be real. A lot of the times, what God got for us, we want to do our own thing. Whether we know, we believe what we already think we know that he wants for us, or we don't. We have in our minds that we gonna do what we want to do. But I'm here to tell you, you got to be in line with his will for your life. Once you're in line with his will for your life, you accept it, and you believe and you have faith that it's gonna work out, then it's gonna work out. But if you stubborn, you want to do what you want to do, how you want to do it, be how you want to be, and all this and that, listen to me. It's going to be hard, man. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard because that means you operating out of his will. And you got your mindset on what you going to do. Guess what? Guess what? It's going to be hard for you to do what you need to do. It's going to be hard because you're not trying to do what you supposed to be doing, which is what God wants for you, because you got to realize, let me explain this. What God got for us is bigger and better than what we can ever think or ask. So why not ask the source? And he going to supply everything along the way. You know what I'm saying? So Have your faith in God, be in line with his will, and just trust the process. Everything you're going through this far is for a reason. It's preparing you for the future you. So be okay, be content where you are. Everything ain't gonna work out, but you gotta trust in God, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.